What's up, y'all? Coming to you with the breakdown of Bellator 120. Now, normally I won't do Bellator recaps. I just be honest with you. Kind of like, in my mind, I don't know, Bellator fans might get mad when I say this. Kind of like the TNA of MMA right now. But this card was, mainstream big. First ever pay-per-view that they ever had. Headlined by Rampage versus King Mo. We'll get to that. Now, this Chick Congo actually is in Bellator now. It's been there for a while, a little bit of time. He took on Eric Smith, big heavy guy, little fat round guy. He took on today. It was a decent fight. The first round, Smith kind of got top position on Congo. Congo did a good job surviving, but the guy kind of gassed out because he tried to pound Congo out, couldn't do it. Towards the end of the first round, Chick started landing hard body kicks and just really zapped the guy's energy, pounded him out in the second round. Now that was the last fight of the prelim cards. The rest of them kind of weren't even really worth talking about. When you started the main card, it started to get kind of good. Michael Page, this guy is interesting. He's interesting. He is a very tall, rangy fighter. Just good, man. I mean, he's very skilled, very talented, but very flamboyant. Really, just a flashy kind of dude. So he's the kind of guy that a lot of people are gonna hate. He's the kind of guy a lot of people are gonna love because of the style in which he fights. But when you got that kind of a presence, people want to see you fight. So dude totally gets the showman aspect of it, but he is very talented. He knocked out Ricky Rainey with one right hand, and it was just like he threw it from his hip, and he, getting highlight reel knockouts like that every time out. So the guys, he's kind of got to look out for him. Also, light heavyweight bout, which was crazy. Tito Ortiz took on Alexander Shlemenko. Shlemenko is the middleweight champion in Bellator. Took on Tito Ortiz. This is Ortiz's first fight in I don't know how long, but as you can look at this picture here, he had a massive size advantage over this guy. The guy came up in weight, but Tito was just physically bigger than this guy. So Shlemenko wanted to keep the fight on the feet, and he looked much quicker than Tito. Tito looked just slow, to be honest, but he could not keep Ortiz from grabbing him and taking him to the ground. And when Ortiz took him to the ground, it didn't take long before arm triangle choke ended the fight. I don't know. It's hard to say Tito looked good in the fight because you can always pick it apart by saying, well, you're fighting a guy that was you were that much bigger than. Gave you an advantage, but then at the same time, you look at Tito's 39 years old. This guy's, Shlemenko is 29. So it's kind of hard. It depends on how you look at it. Nonetheless, he won. I mean, he choked the guy out unconscious. The choke out happened so fast. The guy had his hand up like he was gonna tap, but he got choked out before he went unconscious before he could even tap. So it was an impressive win from that standpoint, but I don't know how much to make of it moving forward. People were saying, he's back. Even I wrote that in a recap, but might be a bit premature. The fight right before the main event, Ill Will Brooks against Michael Chandler. Now, I usually don't jump out and say I said that this was going to happen, but I'm going to say it this time. People called me crazy when I wrote up my preview for Bellator 120, and I said Will Brooks was going to beat Michael Chandler. Now, I did say he was going to knock him out. I thought he was going to beat him at a TKO. But he didn't beat him that way. He won by unanimous decision. Split decision. 5 rounds, 49-48 on 2 different cards. Not 49-48, whatever it was, by 1 point on 2 different cards. He lost the first 2 rounds, in my opinion. But I thought he came on really strong in the second and third, with third and fourth rounds. Opened up a big cut on Michael Chandler's head. And in the last round, it was very close. And he actually almost got choked out at the end. But he had a huge belly-to-back suplex in the round, and I felt like that was what won it for him. He won the interim lightweight championship. It was a good fight. The main event was not a good fight. Quentin Rampage Jackson against Muhammad Lawal King Mo. Very good. I mean, if this was like actually a TNA match or a WWE, it would have been pretty awesome. Because they did a lot of talking and all of that beforehand, and some of it felt like it was like they were really just scripting it out, trying to make this rivalry seem bigger than it was. But the guys probably don't really love each other, like whatever. The first round, I thought that Mo's wrestling won it for him. Second round, I thought Rampage won with striking. The third round, I thought Mo won with wrestling again. Apparently, that's not what the judges saw. The judges awarded Quentin Rampage Jackson the fight, gave it to him unanimous decision, 2 rounds to 1. I found it really hard to see how that happened. So Lawal was very, very mad. He was calling out everybody's calling out Bjorn Debney, saying, "Hey, you can cut me if you want to. I won that fight." And I really did kind of think he did win. I mean, to me, it almost was like, we know that Rampage is big time, in terms of a name, the biggest name Bellator has going on. And I'll be honest, it kind of felt like they were trying to protect Rampage with this decision. And Rampage wasn't even satisfied. He started saying he wanted a rematch because he wanted to knock King Mo out, which is, to his credit or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I thought King Mo deserved to win the decision. I really did. Thought he should have won a narrow one. But it is what it is. It was clear Rampage was much stronger though. He didn't even take Rampage down as easily as you might have thought, but he did take him down. And I thought that was more than what Rampage did with strikes. But that was it for Bellator 120, man. Y'all subscribe, follow. Peace.